might have blown head gaskets, boys. What is going on, guys? Today we have something really special. I have been blessed with the honor to work on this 2006 STI. This thing is very clean, but unfortunately she has a little bit of an engine problem, as most Subarus do. But today we're going to be solving that. I'm going to pull the engine, install this short block that I built the other day, and we're going to get this puppy back on the road and its owner happily driving it once again. So stick around, we're going to pull this thing apart. How many hours later, babe?
Like 3.
Like 3 hours?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't been 3 hours.
Yeah, we started at 7. It's 10:30.
Damn. It's all because the AOS. Anyways, guys, a couple hours later, my hands look like this.
My hands look like this. I helped.
She helped.
I kind of wiped them away.
She has the pretty nails. Anyways, a couple hours later, engine is ready to pull. Everything's off of it. All the accessories and stuff. Obviously, turbo's still on. I pull the engine with the turbo. Really, what took me the longest was getting that AOS off. It is not in the trash can. I'm just putting it here temporarily. But this is the AOS. It's got so many lines connected to it. So that's what took me majority of the time of getting this stuff apart. But I'm sorry. I can't really do time lapses as well as other people like Smedia and stuff like that, because I don't really have a great setup for a tripod and stuff like that. And also, I'm still new to doing time lapse and videos of me pulling stuff out of the engine bay, so I'm not as efficient. But it's ready to pull, so first thing in the morning we're gonna get it pulled out and we'll start tearing it down. So I mean, you guys will be following me along for that, hopefully. Here we are though. Engine is ready to pull out. All the bell housing bolts are out, all the accessories are off, downpipe's off, and she's ready. So stick around, we'll get this engine out and torn down. Right on, moving right along. So, update. We've got the engine out of the car, obviously, and we've got basically a lot of the accessories off. We still have a long way to go, but I'm trying to rush to get these heads to the machine shop before the end of the day. And I got the first head off, and this is what I find. That is insane. That piston is destroyed. I am very surprised that this thing ran and drove into my garage the way it did. We've got the head in the back of the car. We're gonna get the other one off and then take them to the machine shop. But I'm really nervous that these heads are probably gonna need to be rebuilt. So I'm gonna have to break that news to the customer, but that's the update. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. You don't know until you really tear into it. But let's get the other head off, see if there's any damage over there, and let's pray that these heads don't need to be rebuilt. But with that damage, I'm not hopeful. You can see that ringland is destroyed. But we'll play it by ear. So let's get the other head off, and we'll go from there. Okay, many days later. Here we are with an update. Unfortunately, I suck really bad, and I haven't come to you guys with an update for this whole build. It's been going really kind of slow and just not ideal for how I wanted this build to go. I wanted this to be a really quick turnaround, quick build, everything, but due to complications with heads and block situations and payment and everything, this has gone a lot slower. But here's an update. So last you guys saw, we got the heads off, got them to the machine shop. Unfortunately, when we got the heads off, we found that there's really bad scoring on a couple of the journals of the cams. So these heads, you can probably see it right there, and that's not even the worst of it. But these heads weren't ideal to be reused. So, I mean, I talked to the machine shop. They said they could polish all the cam journals and everything and kind of make them workable again, but we'd lose oil clearance. So oil pressure would drop just a little bit, which is not really what I want for running a slightly oversized turbo on this car. But they happen to have another set of heads on the shelf, so we purchased those, and they were in good shape. They needed a few parts transferred. They were overall usable. So I got the heads on. Like I said, I'm really sorry I haven't updated you guys, but this is the whole engine completely assembled. I put everything back on, so it's ready to drop back in. I really wish I would have come to you guys and done some time lapse of me putting the engine together, but for some reason I suck and I just kind of got in the groove and knocked it out. So put the whole engine together, clutches on. Like I said, it's ready to drop in. I'd like to clean it up a little bit, just a few spots, but some degreaser did good work on the intake manifold. I'm gonna hit a few more spots back here on the back before I throw it in, or when I throw it in. I just finished installing the fuel pump. This customer is gonna run E85, so I put 1050 injectors in it for him. I replaced the turbo inlet with a Perrin one that I had on the shelf, and I put a 340 AEM fuel pump in the tank. So he should be able to run E85 with a good tune. Unfortunately, these GD chassis don't have a plug-and-play flex fuel kit anymore since Cobb discontinued that. I believe the customer spoke to Cobb and they said eventually in the future they'll be working on releasing some kind of flex fuel kit for the GD chassis, but who knows when that'll be, so we're not holding our breath. But there's the update. Block is assembled, nice and clean, nice and fresh. We're gonna do a few touch-up spots here and there, and then I'll drop it in. She's ready to go. Cobb 20G turbo that I had from my old build. You guys probably remember that, but this guy's ready to go in. Again, I'm sorry I didn't update you, but here's the update. Here's where we're at. Let's get this puppy installed and hopefully get the base map for this car soon and get this guy running and out of the garage. All right, hardest part is over. The engine is stabbed. Clutch is all lined up. Got a couple bolts started, couple nuts. Engine is in the bay. That is the hardest part. Now, everything else is just putting accessories back on, putting things back in their place. Pretty straightforward. Hardest part after that is going to be rerouting the AOS and all the lines and getting them back in place so that the top mount sits properly again. I've been dreading doing that part for, man, this whole job basically, but we'll get it done. So that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna go eat dinner and chill for the rest of the night. Tomorrow is July 4th, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be working on this tomorrow, but we're gonna try and come back and knock this thing out as soon as we can, as quick as we can, so that it'll be done before my trip to California. So cross your fingers for me that we can get this done before then. But like I said, pretty much the hardest part is done, and we're just gonna plug away at it from now on. So stick around. All right, welcome back, guys. It's been a very long time, and I'm so sorry that I don't have this video out to you guys sooner. Wanted to have it out before I left for my trip for California, but things didn't really work out. But we're back. Not really sure where I left you guys off last time, but we did install the complete engine, get everything in its place and everything. And now we are officially finally loading the tune. You guys see here, we're tuning through the Cobb access port. We're doing e-tuning. So I'm uploading the tune right now, getting this thing ready for its first start. We're gonna do a oil change flush, just to get all the gunk and stuff out of the engine. Then we're gonna put in brake-in oil, and we're gonna start doing revisions. So I'll come back to you guys when we get the first start, and then hopefully that'll kind of be the end of this video. So stick around for the rest of this journey. All right, guys, well, after weeks and weeks of putting this off and slowly fixing little things, one thing at a time on this car, it's finally buttoned up enough to where I feel like I can end this video. I'm still doing logs and everything, sending them to the tuner and buttoning up little odds and ends on the car, like ABS lights on, it had a vacuum leak, it still idles kind of weird. Just little stuff, buttoning them up and everything, but the car runs. It's pretty much ready to get out of here. I'm sorry that it's taken so long to get this video out to you guys and that I haven't had any content in so long. Hopefully, once we get this car out of here, I will be back on the grind of getting content. This car was supposed to be really fast and simple, but for some reason, if something could have gone wrong on this car, it did. But I'm happy to have it running again for the customer and everything like that. So that's going to do it for this one. Really hope you guys enjoyed watching the process of rebuilding this car. I know it kind of sucked that it's taken so long, but here it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.